Hi folks, I'm Matt and welcome to My Expanded Universe, a show where I go through the entire EU in chronological order as best I know how. Folks, it's time for the next book in the Legacy of the Force series, and this is written by Troy Denning. It's called Tempest. Now, at the beginning of this, Alma Rar is back from the Dark Nest trilogy. She is a Dark Jedi now, and I believe she finds out about Lumia and she's trying to team up with her. And she also wants to kill Jacen, okay? Because Jacen has foiled her plans in the past. She's ready to kill him. She follows him to the depths of Coruscant, where Jacen is communicating with the Vong World Brain. The Vong World Brain that was there from the Vong takeover is still alive and well. Jacen can talk to it because he can talk to animals, like we saw in the Young Jedi Knight series. So he is using the World Brain to track down people, on Coruscant. Well, Alma Rar lets loose a poison dart that misses Jacen but hits the World Brain, killing the World Brain. Jacen pursues after Alma Rar, but she is slippery and she escapes. Meanwhile, Tenaka has decided to join the Galactic Alliance, and why wouldn't she? You know, her lover, Jacen, is saying, hey, this is the right thing to do, you should do this. So she decides to join. Well, Han and Leia know it's not the right thing, so they go on a diplomatic mission from Corellia to kind of convince her that she needs to flip sides to the Corellians. At this time, Aura Singh from episode 1 is hired to kill Tenaka. And again, this is another, hey, the prequels are now not off limits, so we can pick from the prequels now. And I appreciate them bringing back Aura Singh. She really didn't have anything to do. I think she had a one-shot comic book, and she's here and there throughout the series, kind of early on in the expanded universe chronologically. But she's never mentioned before because people didn't know about her in the books. So why not bring her in here? I get it, but again, she must be ancient by now. I mean, maybe her race doesn't age as much, but all I can think of, why is this old lady still working? Shouldn't they have just ended her off like during the Clone Wars or maybe a little bit after that? I just don't feel that, 40 years later or maybe longer than that she's still around, still kicking, and still the best bounty hunter you could find to assassin, or best assassin. I don't really know about that. Either way, she botches the assassination. She gets tangled up with Han and Leia, and they all have to escape together, making Han and Leia look like they brought Aura Singh there to kill Tenaka. At least it looks that way to Jacen, who has to issue a warrant. He's irate over this. He thinks that his parents have totally wigged out, and now they'll do anything just to get everyone on Corellia's side. He now sees them as public enemy number one. He's shocked and hurt. Why would his parents turn against Tenaka, someone who is a friend of theirs? Now, even though this looks a little bit messed up, again, it's making sense from Jacen's perspective that, yeah, his parents have totally wigged out. They've totally crossed the line. All right, I'm issuing a warrant for your arrest. No more Mr. Nice Guy. Gloves are off. Mom, Dad, I tolerated you for the longest, but now you've gone too far. And of course, just like the dark side, he's not interested in negotiations. He's not interested in getting to the truth of things. He just reacts now. And so you see that dark side just coming into his emotions now, where usually he is a rational thinker, wanting to see both sides of it, but now, to his mind, it is crystal clear what happened. And I do like that aspect. I love how Jacen's being written in this entire series. It's really cool. So what's going on with Jagged Fail? Well, since the last Dark Nest trilogy, things haven't gone well for him. You see, he did not please the Chiss at all, and they basically exiled him. Now, he is going after Alma Rar because that is going to regain his status within the Chiss. He's trying to get revenge on her. So he's basically hunting Alma Rar at this point. And there'll be more of that later on. As for Luke, he has discovered that Lumia is alive and well and back again. And of course, he's brandishing the old Shoto, I think it's called Shoto blade, that he had in the Marvel comic book series. He and Mara are led into a trap by Jacen. They didn't know it was a trap, but Jacen leads them in a trap where Lumia and Alma Rar ambush them, and they fight for a little while. And of course, Luke and Mara win. Alma and Lumia escape. And Luke is now convinced that Jacen has turned to the dark side. He knows Jacen's part of the dark side. Mara does not think so. She still believes, remember, Jacen was kind of her apprentice for a while, and Ben is Jacen's apprentice. So she still likes Jacen, and she thinks Luke is off on the wrong. He said, no, Jacen, you're off on the wrong idea here. Jacen's not bad. Sure, he's making mistakes. Sure, but she kind of appreciates his, iron fist mentality. As being the hand of the Emperor, you have to make hard decisions. So in a way, Mara thinking, no, he's a little rough around the edges, but he's still a good guy. I know what it's like. You got to be firm, Luke. You got to be firm. And I like this, how they have different views on Jacen, and both of them make sense. Again, these characters, in my opinion, are very well written. Now, another cool thing that was going on outside of this book and in the fan community was they knew they were going to give Jacen a Sith name. He's eventually going to take a Sith name, because we all knew he was going the pathway of the Sith. So it was up to you, the fans, to vote or submit your ideas for a Sith name for Jacen. And you better believe I put one in. I cannot remember for the life of me what it was, but I did participate in this, and no, mine was not Darth Caedus. I wish it was. I can't remember whatever one I put in, but I remember reading about this and getting so excited, and it was a smart promotion too, because the name of a Sith could be anything, right? But since this is kind of a big moment, why don't we get the fans involved by having them submit, names? And I'm sure they got tens of thousands of names. Everyone was excited. But this was a little special that they started running about this time of this book. And then later on, they were going to incorporate that name as Jacen's Sith name. How cool is that? You don't get to see many fan polls like that where you can actually change or, contribute, I guess, to the legacy of the expanded universe. I really have to applaud Del Rey back in the day. They were coming up not only with great storytelling, but they were also coming up with better ways to interact with fans. Something, sadly, we don't see much, even though I don't think it's Del Rey's fault. All right, folks, that is all my time for today. I will see you later with another video.